Hello, YouTube subscribers, and welcome to episode 3 of how to do principles. I'm using principles for purpose to gain profit. Principles about purpose that will eventually bring you profit. And so I hope you've had a chance to watch how I started. This month is October, where we're dealing with women in small businesses. I showed you in episode 1 of how to start a business and what I've done to start a business that I've been doing since 2016, 15, actually 2010, nonprofit and profit that we've been doing, as well as we talked about how to be committed. And now today, get your pen and piece of paper. We're going to be talking about how to get content from our content users and how social media can be an inspiration and not something that people give you a bad taste in your mouth about social media. So grab your pen and paper. Let's get ready to chop it up about business owners. Here we go. So how to gain content? How do you get to a point of gaining content? Here's the thing that so many people give us a bad taste in our mouth about social media and how, social media can be bad. It's all about how you use it. It's all about how you learn how to navigate through social media without comparing your business, yourself, to others on social media. There is a strategy to this thing. You got to be willing to know how to do that. I'm teaching in the Lion's Den, the VIP Lion's Den. I'm going to teach a marketing strategy and how to make sure you're not comparing yourself, but you're just moving. And I call it drop the mic. You be able to drop what you have to drop and keep it moving, not worry about who's looking at or how many people like. Just know that your content is getting out there when it is good content and good information. So to those of you that are starting business, maybe online, and I would say even if you're not online, that you need to make a presence online. That's where it is. Most people don't want to say that. And I'm going to teach you how to be inspired by those online and how the unfollow game will become your best friend on social media as well if you're getting distracted or comparing yourself or anything to that nature. So this is what I found out throughout the years of I started my business on social media, on YouTube exactly, doing videos and, building content, building information from different books that I read and all of that. And it has allowed a great presence for me. Even though my page got knocked down, I still kept that content in a drive. That is very important because your page, people can be haters and get your page blocked on social media. I was blocked on Facebook because of products that we were selling in our business, and of course they hacked it and all of that great stuff. So you always want to have different places, and I'm gonna talk about that, where you want to be able to have your content. And so my presence is now building again on Facebook, but it's getting bigger on Instagram. I'm even building on TikTok, and my YouTube page is just authentically growing. And I do not use methods or pay anybody. I want my stuff to be authentic. You can pay to where you're able to have so many followers. I just choose to allow my platform to grow authentically. I want it to grow authentic. So, but it's the way that you're able to build content. Again, if you're not present on Facebook and you have a business or Instagram or YouTube or Twitter or TikTok, I will tell anyone this. After doing the research, the number one place you want to have a presence at is TikTok. The second place, they are the number one right now when it comes to content and information. You want to be able to share there. Then you have Instagram. I think Twitter is somewhere in there. I don't do Twitter. That's too much. I got too many platforms. I don't got time for that. But Twitter, if it works for some people, it do. Some people it don't. LinkedIn is a great one. Facebook is like number 4, number 5. But Instagram and TikTok are like the number 2 in YouTube. Those are the places that you want to be able to build your content. And I'm going to talk about that more. Different ways that you can build your content when it comes to marketing. So how do you get to a point of building content? What is content? Content can be videos, content can be emails, can be lives, can be digital products. Content can be you selling, your books, you're selling your what is the word? You're selling rental whatever you're selling. If it's a service or product, you can use your social media platform for it to grow. Harden Enterprise Services would not be where it was if it wasn't for us creating content and using our products and our services to show this is what we do. Most people know us because of social media. So, and LinkedIn for businesses is amazing. You're able to network and contact with other people. That's another amazing. So you want to create videos. If you are not the person, I don't like to go live, I don't like to do that, I want to encourage you, if I need to do another video on how you present yourself when it comes to being online, you got to make sure, I will say this, you have to make sure that if you want to grow your business, if you want to go to another level in your business, you got to be able to use social media for your platform, which allows people to get to know your personality. It also allows you to sell products, to sell services online. Most of my clients are around the world. When I do a mentoring group, they're from all over. So it allowed even those that I network with, other people, are allowed all over the world. So you want to be able to create that. Do not be afraid of social media. So I can do a whole nother video on that, but today we're talking about how to build content. So that is one way to build content with videos and all that, emails, and I'll talk about that more. But I would say number 2 is to go to answerthepublic.com. Answerthepublic.com. You can put in what if you're talking about self-care, if you're talking about construction, if you're talking about mental illness, you can go in and see the questions that people are asking, and that's a way for you to build your content. You can go and see all the questions that people are asking, use those questions, create content that will be able to change the lives of people. But you got to be able to do the research in order to do that. So you can answer those questions by doing a video, by doing an email, by doing a live, whatever it takes. You want to be able to answer those questions. Number 3, if you're going to build content, you got to plan for the year. I would say if you're just getting started, plan for the quarter. You got to be willing to plan. I always say Walmart, Target, all these other major corporations are already prepared for the holidays. You got to be willing to prepare and plan for the year by planning what content are you going to share. Right now, I know for our Harden Enterprise, you're going to see different things that's already scheduled, that's already on, that's going to say, hey, did you know we do such and such, such and such? Did you know that this has happened? Also on my business page, social media page, I'm going to be doing different things that are being posted right now about the book. I'm focusing around my book, the book that is about to come out with some ladies that I wrote. So you got to plan out the year. I planned out the year, and I just completed a 7 series of how to rebuild from the ground up, from the bottom up, right? I had to talk about how to rebuild after you have hit rock bottom. That was already planned in February, that I was going to go live in August, because I knew I wasn't doing a women's conference. You got to be willing to plan for the entire year. All right. Plan out your year, plan out your quarter, whatever it takes. What is the content that I'm going to share? And you're not just sharing content just to be sharing it, but you're sharing it because it was already created, because you've already wrote the vision down and made it plain. All right. Number 4, get inspired. Get inspired to get content. There's a lot of books I read. Right now, I'm reading the book Instinct by T.D. Jakes. I know eventually I'm going to come back because this is an amazing book, and I'm going to probably be talking about that after or the beginning of the year. It's going to be content that I'm going to create from his book that has inspired me. A lot of my videos on YouTube is from books that I've read and content that I've created from those particular books. Now, don't get it wrong. I shout out the people. I let them know this is what I'm doing, letting people know this is not my content. I got this content from this particular book. So you got to be willing to know what kind of content, what you're going to use. Also, influencers, people that inspire you. The great thing about social media is that you got to get to a point to where people inspire you and you're not trying to compare. So what does that mean, Tonya? Okay. I allow people to inspire. If you're not inspiring me, meaning that if you're not pouring into me, I really don't, I don't, there's no need for me to really, I know this may sound mean, but I just don't, if it doesn't make sense, I really don't follow those kind of those people that are negative. I want to follow people that inspire me in this season. I need people that's going to inspire me, that's going to encourage me in this season. So I use social media for inspiration. I allow inspiration because I give out inspiration. So I want to receive inspiration. So if you go like to the people that I follow on my business page, it's all about business. It's everything about business. I'm a part of government contracting. I'm a part of, women losing weight. I'm a part of anything that's going to inspire me in my next level. So you got to find people that inspire you and not deflate you, or not encouraging you in this season. And if they're posting stuff that are making you lose focus, you may have to, your unfollow game got to be strong, meaning that I don't mind you following me, but I will not, I'm not. That's just my choice, my preference. I don't delete people, but I will unfollow in a heartbeat. All right. The next thing, number 5, do less stuff and better. So I found out that I was using content. I would do content and have like an hour video. I went from an hour to 20 minutes. And so I try to make my videos smaller, but a lot of information that is impacted in one of those videos. So you got to do less stuff, but do better. So right now I have something that is rolling right now that I've already done. And I'm glad for that because it gave me time to grieve my grandmother a little bit. I'm still in the process of that. I don't know what that looks like, but I'm learning as I go, right? So do less stuff and better, with better quality, better information. Number 6, I have only 10 of these that I'm going to share. So number 6, have a strategic plan. You got to have a strategic plan. Who are you talking to? Who is your target audience? Who are the target audience that you are discussing or you're making this content for? I know my target audience is women that is in life, that is in love, that is dealing with marriage, that's dealing with ministry, and that's dealing with money. To these episodes that I'm doing is totally about business and money. And so I gotta be able to know the target audience that I'm making for. What am I talking about? You gotta know what you're talking about. What are you discussing? And how are you going to do that? What does that look like? So it goes back to planning, it goes back to preparing, and then you can pursue, right? Number 7, give your content more reality. You got to give your content more reality. And what I mean by that is giving your content more reality. You got to let people know that who you are, why am I here? And you can't be the hero of your story. Come here. There's a lot of failures when it comes to business. I always share how my husband and I lost everything. And it was all a mistake because we were not managing our money right. We were not doing, exactly what God told us to do. We were sometimes doing what we thought that others wanted us to do, nothing against them, but it was but we found our identity. And that's why I did a whole class on snatching your identity back, because I learned how to snatch my identity back and really not care about what people think of me. Because if you don't know me, you've not been spending 48 hours with me, you don't know me. So how do I create or get to this content of reality? I got to be able to share my problems, my issues, as well as my mistakes and my mess ups as I learn and grow. You got to learn how to do that when you're building content. People want to know who you really are, and not just your successes, but also your mistakes and your failures. It is good to let your people know that. All right, number 8, get re-inspired, whatever that takes. Because every year that I grow, I shared with you earlier how I just had a class with Nona Jones on how, dealing with comparison, because I got to be re-inspired about killing comparisons, because I don't want to get caught up in what everybody else is doing, but what God has designed me to do in this season. Number 9, you can always, the great thing about building content, you can always repurpose your content. You can always repurpose it. I don't know how many times some of the people that follow me probably heard a lot of the same things that I've said. Some is brand new to them. Don't take it by chance. You can always repurpose your content. Right now, I'm sharing on my Facebook page a lot of videos that I did years ago that I'm repurposing the content. You can always repurpose your content and make it better, make it sharper, make it smoother, whatever. You can always repurpose it just the way it is. You got to be willing to repurpose. Last and not least, but number 10, have fun. Have fun. I love doing this. I love giving principles. I love to talk. I love to share. I love to empower. I love to see women identify who they are on other levels. That's why I'm so excited about this book that I wrote with these ladies, because I get a chance. I've seen their transition. I've seen their transformation, and it has been inspiring because I know that I was a part of their journey. They made the decision to change, not me, but they made the decision to change. But I believe that God has equipped something in me that allowed them to be able to push out that purpose, because they're connected to me through my church, through our church. And I'm always talking to them every second Wednesday and pouring into them, as well as doing videos online for them to be able to be connected to me all kinds of ways, right? I will also say, even in the process, one thing I did not share, and I want to say this, is that you got to have a strategy of using different ways, having different outlets for people to be able to reach you. I have an email blog, which is one way for me to build content, and it's a whole different set of audience. Some are the same, some are different on my email audience outlet. I also have an Instagram that's a whole nother, chain of people, different people that are not even connected to my Facebook page. One of the ladies that was connected to me on Instagram was like, I didn't even know you was on Facebook, because I just have different people everywhere. TikTok, I'm learning new people on TikTok, totally different platform. I have Facebook groups where I have a Pastor's Wife group, which is a different set of women. And then I have a Kingdom Connect group, which is a different separate set of women. And YouTube, I have a whole nother set of people, to where you want to be able to create content where people are able to give it on every hand. Even though I might post the same content, but different people are getting this content, and I can always repurpose it. So how do you build content for your business? You create things that will be able to be informational and be able to be printables that will be able to change lives, as well as things they can use to move forward. I make sure that when I give you printables or give you things that happen, that you're able to use that content, apply it to your life, and watch it change your life if you go through the correct principles. I promise you, it's life-changing to me. I believe it could be life-changing to others, and others that I've been connected to. It has been life-changing for them. I have testimonials on my website, TonyaHarden.com. Go check them out, man. Testimonials of women that have been a part of my mentorship classes and different things that I've done, that they've left their testimonies that I have shared on my website. So listen, until next time, because this has been too long, okay? But I wanted to share those quick how to create content. When building your business, you got to be able to create content, and I share with the Lion's Den how often you should create that content. So listen, you don't want to do it too much. You just want to do limited. Don't do too much. So here we go. Until next time, remember that you are a product of God's grace and mercy when you learn to see yourself through God's eyes and not people. Women in small business, keep busting moves. Do not quit. Come creative and keep doing things that's going to be able to enhance and advance you to go to the next level in your business. Until next time, stay blessed. Bye-bye.